Hello everyone, Ronald with Veluxity here, and today we'll be teaching you how to drive an automatic car. Well, some of you may be asking, why is it important to learn how to drive automatic? A 2013 study showed that 96.1% of all cars produced that year were automatic, and that number has only increased since 2013. In fact, in 2016, it's really essential that you know how to properly drive an automatic car. The first step is to ensure you're seated properly in the driver's seat. In order to keep pressure off your lower back, it's recommended that you sit at between a 100 and 110 degree angle while driving. Once you're comfortable with your seating position, the next thing is to adjust the mirrors. For the rear view mirror, adjust the rear view so you can see the entire rear window from the driver's seat. You should really only have to move your eyes, not your head, when using this mirror. To adjust your driver's side view mirror, you should be setting the mirror just enough so you can barely see the side of the car in the right side of your mirror. To adjust the passenger side view mirror, position your head so that it is just above the center console. Set the mirror so you can barely see the side of the car in the left side of the mirror. Now with those settings, you should be able to have seamless visual contact around your vehicle, which can obviously help you detect the presence of nearby drivers, which is extremely important when driving. Before starting the vehicle or anything else, it's important to familiarize yourself with the car. If you look down at your feet, you will see two pedals. To your left is the brake pedal, which will stop the vehicle when pressure is applied with your foot. To the right is the accelerator or gas pedal. This pedal will engage the engine, thereby moving the car. For an automatic transmission, it's important to note that it's not necessary to use 2 feet, because you should really never be hitting the brakes and the accelerator at the same time. So you'll really be using your right foot exclusively for any braking or accelerating. Positioned directly in front of you is the steering wheel, which is best to hold at a 9 and 3 position. This way you can turn the wheel the most while keeping your hands on the wheel, and additionally it's the best position if the airbag were to ever deploy. The next step would be to start the vehicle with your foot on the brake. The starting process will vary from vehicle to vehicle dependent on whether you have a keyless or a turnkey start. Finally, it's time to select the gear. Keep your foot on the brake pedal and shift the gear lever into drive.
Okay, now let's review what we just went over. Foot on brake, key should be in the car if it's keyless or in the ignition if it's keyed. Engine start. Okay. Make sure you're comfortable and that your mirrors are lined up correctly. Make sure your seat is comfortable. Make sure you're holding at a 9 and 3 angle. Push the gear selector, put the car in drive, let off the brake, easy on the accelerator, and you're moving. Okay, so we're now driving on the road. You can see I'm at the 9 and 3 position. I'm going about 30 miles per hour. There's about 3 car lengths between the Mustang and the Honda Accord in front of me.
It's also important to note that if you're stopped for a traffic signal or a stop sign or similar, leave the lever in D or drive, and keep your foot on the brake. Do not ever put the car in park unless you have arrived at your final destination.
Now when you've arrived at your destination, you're simply going to find a spot, pull in, frontwards or backwards, whichever you prefer. Make sure the vehicle comes to a complete stop. Put the car in park. Make sure the car's turned off. And there you have it, your driving lesson.